Feels like there's no matter what anybody could do, it won't bring our sister back.
Recent inmate to die behind bars is exclusively telling their story to us tonight, sharing their sister's legacy, asking for change and voicing frustrations with the system as a whole.
23-year-old Mary Brucato died inside of the jail back in August, but it was just last week her death was ruled a homicide, citing medical neglect as one of the causes of death.
Live 5's investigative reporter Emily Johnson joining us now from outside of the jail to share exactly how Brucato's loved ones are feeling. And Emily, how much information was first shared with the family members to begin with?
Well, Mary Brucato's siblings say that there was very little information shared with what exactly happened to their sister behind the closed doors of this jail. I actually reached out to them back in September to share firsthand information from an inmate that we interviewed who was inside the facility at the time of their sister's death. They say it was the first time that any additional details were shared with them into what exactly happened to Mary inside the facility. One of 6 siblings, Mary Brucato is described as being extremely smart, someone who deeply cared about people and animals, and a true believer of Jesus.
Mary believed in Jesus until the day she died. I'm sure she was calling for him the same way she was calling for the staff of that jail.
The girl was the smartest out of all 6 of us, and I'm the oldest. I have to admit it. Like, we thought she was the one going to med school and stuff. So we didn't expect any of this to happen.
And her loved ones admit she struggled with addiction, which led up to her arrest.
Even though she had her addiction, she was an addict, she was still a person, and I feel as Al Cannon didn't treat her as a person.
On August 11th, the day of her passing, Mary's family was faced with shock, barely any answers, and more predominantly, grief.
For me, it probably took me 2 or 3 days to even comprehend the fact that my 23-year-old sister died in jail, right out of all places.
And as Mary's siblings slowly found out more information from witness testimony and working with an attorney, they slowly became more enraged.
I actually vomited when I read the news article. Like, it sounded like a scene out of a horror film, and it happened to our family. Happened to our sister.
The cause of death was determined to be complications of fentanyl intoxication, recent cocaine use, and medical neglect. Details that show Mary was calling for help, hours of missed care, and her body potentially deteriorating for days.
The problem is she didn't die instantly. She didn't die in her sleep. She didn't die in a coma or anything like this. She died slowly over a 2-day period as they watched. She cried for help. They ignored her.
Now the family is seeking justice. They're hoping to hold those involved in Mary's death accountable and to prevent more deaths from happening behind the closed doors of the Charleston County Jail.
It's the system at large. It's Vital Corps. It's the county. It's the sheriff. It's the jail itself and the individuals that allowed it to happen, that just sat idly by while our sister wasted away.
And for the 23-year-old who is no longer here to share her light, laughter, and love.
As long as Mary was alive, I lived as though there was breath and there was hope for a better day. And since this negligence took place, it's hard to find hope. South Carolina and Charleston especially failed Mary.
The Charleston County Sheriff's Office has denied any interviews or questions relating to Brucato's death, citing us directly to SLED or its medical provider, Vital Corps. Reporting live in Charleston, Emily Johnson, Live 5 News.